Baja 1000 will be the first time that my dad and brother and I have ever raced the car, which is I'm really excited about. Right now, the engine and the transmission, the underdriver, and the shocks are all off of the car. Everything's, the whole car is going to get taken apart and put back together to prep for this race to ensure that we just, have no mechanical issues. We've had about 700 test miles on this car, and everyone's confident that we can make the 1,000 miles without a mechanical issue. But you have to do, everything you can to ensure that there's no weak link, that all the parts are new and fresh, and that you're going to have no mechanical issues. So in off-road racing, everything's very proactive. After you go to a race, you're going to take the car apart and you're going to put the whole thing back together, make sure it's as new, it's like new or better.
This team started in 2008 at the Baja 1000. We were doing it as a bucket list, lark, fun kind of thing to do, and all three of us raced in that race, and we miraculously finished in a class 12. I don't know how, but we finished. One of the best things about the Baja 1000 is that you are sort of a rock star as a race team. When you go down there, kids come up to Zach, to Morgan, to me, they want our autographs. We pass out hats, we give them posters, we give them stickers. And every year, the same fathers bring over the same babies and put them in my arms and we take pictures. And what's amusing to me about it is those babies are getting heavier and heavier every year because they've grown another year. So I jokingly say, I wonder when they're going to stop doing that, when I can't pick the kid up, right? Well, it's only been 4 years, so now I have a couple of 4-year-olds that used to be babies. So that was fine then, but I don't know how much longer I can pick them up.
I remember in the 2008 Baja 1000, I got to the finish line and, muddy and wet, and this kid came up and he wanted my gloves, and I'm thinking to myself, really, you want me to take them? I don't want these. Probably just going to throw them away anyway. They're just completely destroyed. But
huge fan.
See, we're pretty new to the sport. We've been doing it this is the 4th full season. But it's funny that, when you first get into it, there are little things like that. You don't realize it means a lot to that person, and you're just not even thinking about it at the time.
This year, SCORE has a drawing every year, and they hold it at the Off-Road Expo. And everyone's sitting on pins and needles trying to hopefully they get a good drawing spot, and we did. We drew number 3 this year with the number 20 Rockstar Energy truck, and that's definitely what you need to do and where you need to be. It definitely helps you win the race. Well, it's unclear now. Usually the first time that we go down, we kind of try to figure out what are the best sections, what are the slow ones, what are the rough ones, what are the tight ones. And at this point now, most likely what will happen is I'll be starting in the 20 truck, probably going all the way about 500 miles. Then Robbie will be getting in the truck and driving about 300 miles, and I'll get in somewhere around Loretto and take it to the finish, and hopefully number 1.
Pre-race jitters. No, during the race, it's hard to explain, but you worry about everything, the race, the truck. Obviously you're concerned and you want to go win the race, so it's all pre-race stuff. You have the nightmares where you wake up, oh, did I do this, did I do that, you come in and double check things, you make sure your lists are all checked off, you go through all your checklists before the race, make sure you're prepared as well as you can be, and then during the race it's really just you let the drivers do their thing and you adapt to the situations and you provide the information you can to your drivers to give them the best advantage to go out and win.
Last Saturday's drawing, we certainly expected a little bit better of a draw than what we did. We are going to start 28th. I believe that's a disadvantage. There's quite a bit of dust up front with 27 trophy trucks, but we will adjust our strategy accordingly so that we want to be out front by a certain point during the race, and then I'll get in, relief Tavo for a while, and then Tavo will jump back in and do the finish.
Well, I think that if we would have gotten a better starting position, and better, I mean maybe top 17, top 15 around there, it would have been sort of a lay back at the beginning, sort of let things work themselves out, and then push a little bit later on during the day, or night actually, since we're starting probably like around 11 o'clock or noon. But now starting so far back, once night falls in off-road racing, it's really difficult to pass because your lights are bouncing off of the other guy's dust. So it's extremely difficult to pass. You can only get in either with a flat tire or in a pit or if you have some issues. So extremely difficult, not impossible. But so what we need to do is we need those 5 hours or 6 hours that we're going to have of sunlight during the 15th in the afternoon. We need to take advantage of those 5 hours, and we need to race probably 90-95% of what we can push the truck to. I mean, we don't want to go close to 100 because then we won't have a truck to get down to the pause in. But definitely it changes the race strategy starting so far back. It changes our driver strategy, and it changes our pit strategy. It changes a lot of things, and what we thought we were going to do, on Friday, for example, is completely changed after Saturday's drawing.
Well, there's been several steps taken in order to guarantee that we finish this Baja 1000. Number one, for the 500, we had a new truck. And the setup was not perfect. It was close. It was a little too low to the ground for what we should have done. Number one, that was a big factor because we had the rear end hit a rock and bend the oil cover. So it very slowly leaked oil, and that's how we burned a ring and pinion. But I think we've taken, besides taking steps on the setup, we have also put a lot of miles on the new truck. We've put as many miles as it's going to take. As a matter of fact, more miles than it's going to take to run the Baja 1000, over the 1,100 miles on it.
Because I think it is one of the most exciting sports on the planet, and it's aspirational. Anybody can get in it. All you have to do is learn how to drive hard and get a bunch of like-minded people that will help you to win races, or at least to compete, or in some instances just to finish the race is a major achievement. And the Baja 1000 is certainly one of those instances, because anybody that finishes that race can tell you what a thrilling, memorable, unforgettable experience it is.